Alright, everybody, welcome back to Super Mario 64. You know what? What if I went in this way? Because, I mean... Oh, now my chatbot says I'm alive. Okay, thanks, buddy. Anyway, this is where the next few levels are. Although, we do still have Big Boo's Haunt, which, at least that's a good level, right? And we have the other place. We have a couple stars left that we can grab in Whomp's Fortress. We have one we can grab in Jolly Roger Bay that is pretty much a freebie now. Yeah, because we didn't get the last two in Whomp's Fortress because I was having an issue with getting to that one red coin on the Thwomp. Jolly Roger Bay is over this way. Okay. Let's go get the one in Jolly Roger that's pretty much free. Oh, ouch. That is unfortunate. I'm talking about the game-breaking bug, not me crashing into the bottom of the painting. Although that's not particularly fun either if that happens to you in real life. That's pretty nasty. Hopefully that's something that can be fixed. By the way, yes, I am attempting to long jump in the water. It doesn't work very well, as you can see by the fact that it's not happening. Okay, so there's another metal cap around here, isn't there? I've forgotten about that. Is it like... Oh, it's right over there. Okay. Figured it had to be, because otherwise that is way too short. And this is a very easy star to get if you have the metal cap. Oh, I see. Now, see, the way I feel about it is that whatever method is being used for certain things probably should, you know... I guess at least maybe the... Well, then again, I am sitting here, like, having this realization that my feelings about console emulators versus emulators for other devices are a lot different. Because surely, you wouldn't be playtesting a game, say, on the Nintendo Switch, and be like, hey, yeah, I tried playing this on Ryuji NX, or is it Ryujinx? I've been pronouncing it Ryuji NX because, of course, we all know the Nintendo Switch was originally known as the NX, right? You know, so it comes together. Anyway, Ryuji NX or Ryujinx, depending on what the pronunciation is there, is a Nintendo Switch emulator. You would not then go to Nintendo and be like, hey, I played your game on an emulator and it had this horrible bug. They would clap your cheeks pretty hard. You know, you would get absolutely annihilated by this company. You would never eat lunch in that town ever again. And that's putting it mildly. There's another one, but I can't remember what it is. There's a couple of them, actually, I think. I almost said Citra, but Citra is a 3DS emulator. Anyway, yeah, you would not have a good time in terms of your career. That is for damn sure. And, you know, understandably so. Meanwhile, to me, I feel like there is something very different about that versus, like, if you were on an Android emulator. I, for example, because I don't have a very good Android device whatsoever at this point, I played... I no longer do, although I do still have an account and everything. Fate Grand Order on mobile game, on BlueStacks. and a couple of other mobile games as well. I may yet go back to that for, you know, the interim between this and the Pokemon remakes, which, yeah, I keep hearing more news about it, and it's like there are some really odd decisions being made there, although I actually do like one of them, and I'll talk about that later. Basically, I think a large part of that comes down to the fact that mobile games are by and large free to play, but you pay more money for other stuff. You know, they're not charging you an extra $25 just to start playing Azure Lane. Which, to be fair, you know, admittedly, there's some joke there. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but, you know, you get what I'm saying. That, technically speaking, it doesn't have real negative effects for somebody to be playing something on an Android emulator or, like, DOSBox or whatever. You know, PC shit, it would be because, well, they'll already be able to get hold of the game in the first place. They can still buy it, and yeah, I own a not small, well, okay, I do own a small number, rather, of DOS games, so those are things that I purchased and are operable on an emulator. And with regard to Android emulators, I have had no issue whatsoever for the small number of times that I paid into the very small number of them that I paid into doing it on an emulator. Oh geez. Yeah, that's a whole conversation there. I'll come back to that in a second. Basically, yeah, what I guess I'm getting at is, you know, depending on medium, it shouldn't necessarily, to me, you know, you should your content should be usable on most things that it is usable on, provided that there isn't, you know, you're not committing piracy to do it. Nintendo or whoever should absolutely not be trying to make sure their games are compatible with emulators, because, at least for console stuff, you pay for that in the first place. I mean, I guess if it's free to play, sure, but that's a whole other thing in and of itself. I don't even know if there's free to play stuff on the Switch offhand. Meanwhile, you know, yeah, if you get it. I'm going in circles here at this point, because I feel like it is a strange thing to be saying, because even a lot of people who would be very pro-pirate would be like, hey, that's stupid. Which, I mean, it sure sounds like it, I guess. It definitely takes a little bit for me to get to hash that stuff out. Yeah, it would definitely be, by and large, well, I mean, digital releases in general, obviously, but by and large, you know, more independent stuff would be concerned with that. And maybe they would be more concerned with how, you know, with being able to play it through, shall we say, alternative means. And yeah, to come back to what you said, absolutely. That character that you mentioned in Fate is certainly strange. We'll put it very simply and say that. Because, well, I don't think it's wrong, is it? I think with the, like, part of what they were going for in terms of the... Oh, we're dead. Oh, we are dead. That's unfortunate. That big plank of wood kind of sucks. Well, we gotta go get that one coin on the slope again, because that's always a little funny. Yeah, I mean... Well, also... Medusa Rider is, like, a normal design. It's not even absurd, whereas the point... maybe saying point is a stretch, but... for Passionlip, she is blatantly absurd looking. Except that it doesn't come across right because of what they're doing it with. And I think that since the character is supposed to be like an amalgamation of several characters in order to arrive at that result, they probably were going for something like that, but also, you know, it didn't come off the way that it probably should, and basically, yeah, when you're designing a series for a fairly specific set, you often are confined inside of that, which is a nice way of saying that maybe sometimes the Fate series goes a little overboard on the tits. And I'm not here to complain about people who like that, you know, fine. It's not exactly unusual, it's just that it doesn't always, you know, sometimes it hurts itself a little bit. And, you know, I think there are quite a few... That was weird. That weird jittering thing is a thing that happens sometimes in this game, though. What collision detection? Yeah, I don't think Fate always, you know, hurts itself with some of these stories, but then there are times when, you know, again, this is why I very specifically brought up Raiko in the last stream, is because she is kind of like a prime example of it, of where, you know, they start off writing a character who is very tragic about... I tried crawling up it earlier, and that didn't work out very well. It was not letting me, so... Alright, so let's slide to the bottom and let's demonstrate that again, just to be sure. Yeah, see, we're not making any headway whatsoever. So... excuse me. Had a little bit of gunk in the throat, so I had to clear that down. Now I gotta find my place again. This is real good. The high ground. It's over, Anakin! So, the basic storyline behind Raiko and why I think she's like an actually, you know, legitimate character is that she is summoned as a berserker, and she has issues with this because basically her whole thing was that she exterminated a group of Oni, and she was doing what she thought was a heroic deed, and she thinks that, you know, she's basically been tricked into doing something that was evil, but she did what she thought was right, and she is basically kicked out of the Saber class for doing something that was kind of horrific. And then, like, pretty much her whole thing basically starts breaking down to her ridiculous figure and, you know, mommy king type of things, which, you know, I'm not here to judge the audience, okay? I'll judge the fuck out of the writers, though, because you had something good going there and you threw it away. You blew it! You had it all and you blew it! Etc., etc. And, like, I think that the summer version of the character really doubles down on that. I know, wow, big fucking surprise. The summer characters in Fate are very questionable. But it pretty much is, if I recall correctly, the way the character is designed is that it's like she's supposed to be like an advisor of public morals, basically. Except because she's the fan service character for that period, you know, she causes issues by virtue of having a very ill-fitting uniform. And, like, on top of that, her design in some of the phases of that is supposed to be like a Sukeban type of design, which, you know, I thought part of the point was that Sukeban fashion, they had very long school uniform skirts, partially because of the fact that it would be considered to be, you know, breaking the rules a little bit. Certainly. I think that a lot of it really does kind of come down a lot more to who is doing the designing, because... And who is doing the writing up to a point, because, of course, a large part of Fate Extra was based off of Wada Arco's designs, and she... I think the pronoun gives something a little bit away there. And I'm not again, I'm not going to drop the hammer completely on Raita for being horny. You know, I'm not anti-horny in that. Well, okay, yeah, maybe a little bit, but I guess it's the writers that I have the issue with more than anything, is that because there's potential and then it's thrown away. Meanwhile, if you don't show me any sort of skill whatsoever to begin with, I won't care. You know, if you have nothing, your talents aren't wasted if you don't have talents, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And that sounds really mean, but also, let's be honest, quite a few of those games are designed for a very specific audience, for a very specific purpose. Also, I don't remember how to do this Owl Star. This is probably going to be a bit of a disaster. Alright, do you just refresh if I go back to the tree? No. So we're going to exit course and we're going to re-enter. And I'm going to probably continue to have a conversation that I'm not super good at wording in the moment. I can explain this shit on, like, if I'm in a Discord or something, because then I can at least hit backspace, and then it can be slightly less messy in theory. Meanwhile, if I'm saying it out here, where the moon jump is good, unfortunately, I am not really good at, like, any of the tricks or glitches or anything in the game. This Owl's controls are very weird, by the way, as far as I can tell, other than hold A to hold on. Damn it! Oh, I didn't lose all my momentum. Oh, it's just a Game Shark code. Well, fair enough. That would be very handy. Actually, a lot of Game Shark codes would be pretty handy right now, but I don't have a console Game Shark. I don't have a lot of cheat devices. The only two that I know of that work that I own, and in fact, one of them I'm not 100% sure of. I'd have to actually, like, plug it into the console and go through the tedious thing of entering codes and stuff. I have a Game Boy Game Shark, and that works just fine still. Maybe that's something I'll goof around with at some point if I can get my Super Game Boy working, or if it actually functions properly with the Super Game Boy. And by that, I mean capture for the Super Game Boy, because the Super Game Boy works fine, as I found out when I was testing Metroid 2 for that, but it didn't work with the capture. Maybe with my current setup of having it output to the TV, it'll work better. Let me make sure that everything is working on video over there. Yeah, it's fine. So, back to it. I have a Game Boy Game Shark, and I know that works. I have a couple of action replay devices. I have one for the Game Boy Advance, and that, I believe, is completely cooked. That, I'm pretty sure, does not work at all. Get back here, owl. Fuck! Oh, we almost managed to shoot that properly. Unfortunately, it was not to be. I also have one for the DS somewhere, and I have one for the GameCube. The GameCube one, I want to say that I needed that specifically to do some circumvention in order to attempt to play Phantasy Star Online on private service. Private servers is the word, but I suppose private service might be correct too, in theory. Yeah, so that's my small collection of cheat devices. I believe the DS one has had all of its codes wiped, which means that I have to, if I ever want to use that again, put stuff in by hand, and that is a slow and time-consuming process. Oh well. Yeah. Sonic Battle, to get back to that, is not a game that I have ever played. I don't believe. That's the one with Emerald in it, right? Emerald, or however its name is pronounced. Emerald looks like a robot, so I admit that, yes, I did just assume Emerald's gender. You know, haha, it's 2013 apparently to some people still. But, yeah, that's why I was... we get it. It's time to go on a ghost hunt. And this place is super dark on my television, so this might be a bit of a carnival of... Oh, look, it's piano. Hey, Mario, why don't you play a tune for us? Oh, no! The piano's gonna kill us. I have no idea why this is a thing, but it's pretty freaky out there. The piano, I believe it's called the Mad Piano, possibly the Bad Piano, depending on who you ask. Either way, one, WTF, and two, that thing is really freaky, and a large part of it is because it is so loud. They clearly cottoned on to the idea of what the deal was with jump scares very, very quickly, but, Nintendo, especially starting in this era, Nintendo really did have at least a little bit of a handle on what horror was. Oh, by the way, I love this message, this ghosts don't die! Like, it's just getting so pissed off at us for applying our buttocks on to our regular Boo Buddy's face. Actually, I think by this game they were just called Boos. In Mario World, were they just called Boos, and the rings were the Boo Buddies, or called Boo Buddies or something? Anyway, what I know for sure about the names of these enemies are that in... Oh, you jerk. You just shot a fucking marble at me. Those things hurt. I swallowed a couple of those when I was a kid. I don't think I actually swallowed any marbles when I was a kid. Please don't. Just don't. It was a joke. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that the one big thing that I know for sure about our ghostly friends is that in Super Mario Brothers 3, they had them, and they were called Boo Diddlies, which is a hilarious name, even when you ignore the fact that it's a reference to Bo Diddley. Also, this message is really great, but I glossed over the first part of it because I forgot that we got all the ghosts already. Boom! They say. And the Tower of Terror, the Big Boo! I'm just imagining, like, the entire Boo community being the hype team for like, WWE or something. I think that you can, like, yeah, you can tackle the Big Boo if you have good timing or decent timing. It is a Mario game. It's not exactly the hardest thing in the world. But the simplest way to do it is backflip and then butt stomp. Oh, hey, look, they're just gonna bring me straight to the star. Isn't that nice of them? That's how you lost your marbles. Pretty much. Super Mario World was the debut of the Big Boos. Also had Fishin' Boos. It had the weird line of Boo Buddies. It had the rings that I mentioned before. This star is called Big Boo's Merry-Go-Round. But before we handle Big Boo's Merry-Go-Round, I think we're going to go try and get the 100 coin star. Because Big Boo's Haunt has a lot of coins, and they're all pretty accessible basically as soon as we have access to the merry-go-round, which is another kill all the ghosts type of scenario. Except instead of... Oh, get off me. It's like that one Goosebumps book, Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. Oh crap, I'm taking a beating here. Alright, and let's take the quick refill. I don't think you can actually do anything about the ghost chairs. We've seen that you can kill the ghost books, though. So we got that going for us. This level is full, is the point, of blue coins, and that's a big part of why Big Boo's Haunt has probably like 150 or 160 coins or something. Want me to sit down? I mean, I'm already doing that to stream. Okay, yeah, so this is... That's right. This place is not, like, super disorienting, but it is laid out in a weird way. It's definitely not like a ghost house of yore, that's for sure. However, that said, we can use this as a handy shortcut to the place. We're not ready for this yet, but just to show you that it's easy to get here. Also listen to that music. Actually, you know what? Let's go in here first anyway, and we can show this off, and you can hear this wonderful music. This music, which I believe is also in Majora's Mask, strangely enough, or a variant of this track. From one of the sillier Nintendo games of the era to one of the creepier ones. You know, it ain't no Eternal Darkness, but on the other hand, it's... Yeah, Majora's Mask used the same engine and, well, a lot of the same assets as OOT, of course, because of the time press involved, and yeah, so since OOT does use some of the Mario 64 engine, it is completely sensible for there to be some shared assets there. You are correct. We'll come back for the star later. We're here for coins. Yeah, because, I mean, sure, nowadays OOT looks like it came from 1998. I wonder why that is. But, you know, they had some great shit in there at the time, and they put it to good use in Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask in general is really good, but I haven't played it in a very long time. In fact, I actually finally got around to checking the cartridge that I bought on eBay a couple of years ago. And no, I don't know why I didn't actually look into this at the time. But, you know, just to make sure that it functioned properly and to test my N64 and all that, because of reasons that I've had a little bit of conversation about earlier in, you know, the last couple of streams. I think I explained this last time that some time back I tried playing Banjo-Kazooie on stream, and I did a stupid thing of putting my N64 right on my carpet, and it sank in just enough to block the vent surfaces, and it overheated. I'm pretty sure my Banjo-Kazooie card is still safe, but my N64 it is a little bit beat up. It is not the nicest in terms of always recognizing the cartridge being there. But I think that's because the cartridge slot, the little metallic bits around the thing that your cartridge actually goes into do look a little bit bent, so I think that is something I gotta, like, take it apart and straighten it out a little bit or something. Either way, the Majora's Mask cartridge that I bought on eBay in, like, 2015, maybe 2016, does work. And I was completely surprised to discover that the previous owner did not, as a prank, put a Ben Drowned joke in any of the file names. Oh ye gods, this area is so dark. Do I remember how this works? Yeah, it's top, bottom, middle. Okay, so this is this where you have to do the circle jump or purple jump, triangle jump? No, it's somewhere else. It's the one that leads up to the Big Boo on the roof. But we're not going to get that just yet. Secret of the Books is the next star, I think. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the... Well, FF7, yeah, definitely looks a little bit aged, shall we say. A lot aged, really. A lot of PS1 games in general, I think, have a tendency to look a lot rougher than a lot of N64 games do. And while, sure, I can see on this where some of the round things are a little bit too pixelated, like the shape of Mr. I there is looking a little bit imperfect. You know, it looks a little bit like you're 4x zoomed in on paint or something after drawing a circle. But it's not too bad. It is basically recognizable as a round shape. That's not what they mean when they say Cloud is edgy. Yeah. Cloud himself being a lot edgier in Kingdom Hearts than he was in FF7, if I recall correctly, but it has been a while since I've played FF7. Although, I do own FF7. I have hard copies in some format of every Final Fantasy game except for FF3 prior to the release of FF11. And by FF3, I don't mean FF6 because I have the 5 and 6 compilation on PS1, where I believe FF6 is somehow even glitchier than it was on the SNES. FF6 has had a really rough time in terms of getting re-releases that are not at least slightly buggy. So yeah, I have that. I have the 4 and Chrono Trigger one, which I know that port of Chrono Trigger is not particularly well loved. I have the 1 and 2 compilation, I think, and I have 7, 8, and 9 in their regular forms on PS1. I have FF1 for NES. I have FF1 for the PSP. I do not have Dawn of Souls or whatever the FF1 and 2 on Game Boy is. I think it's Dawn of Souls or something like that. Crystal Chronicles is one that I do not have. I have 2 on PSP in addition to the aforementioned compilation. I have 4 once again on PSP. I have 5 on that PS1 compilation, and I have a bootleg Game Boy Advance cartridge, which I bought for like $1 from somebody a couple of years back. Okay, this is not the room I'm looking for. It's got a turning floor that does this. I have, where was I? Oh yeah, I have 6. I have, again, a not official copy of FF6 for Game Boy Advance. That also cost me $1, so, okay. And I have the compilation version on PS1 that I mentioned. For 7, I just have that on PS1. The same is well, no, I have a digital copy of FF8 on PS3. And I have a digital copy of Steam. I have a digital copy of FF9 on Steam, rather. Not of Steam, on FF9. And that operated like absolute jank. Unfortunately, I spent so long trying to get the damn thing to work that I couldn't get a refund for it. Steam refunds are a bit of a messy thing. So, yeah. Alright, back here. Top. Bottom, middle. And FF10, I used to have 2 copies of the PS3 port of FF10, but right now I just have the original for PS2, and I have the PS3 version, which... The PS3 version, the later versions are by a wide margin my preferred method of play, because that expert sphere grid is pretty fun. Was there a PS1 version of Soul Calibur 2? Really? I didn't know that. I know that there's the GameCube one, which is what I have. There's a PS2 version. There's an Xbox version, of course. I wonder if I can track those other 2 versions down without too much difficulty. Of course, Soul Calibur 2, the main thing between those multiple versions was that the character, the guest character changed. Is that you had Link on the, GameCube. Somehow I forgot what the GameCube was, go me. You had Heihachi on the PS2. And you had Spawn on the Xbox. That would be the second Todd McFarlane tie-in in that game. A lot of people, I think, generally feel like it's really weird to have Spawn as a character in Soul Calibur 2 because Spawn is a series set in a much more modern setting, whereas Heihachi is pretty believable, and Link fits in nicely with the sort of medieval fantasy thing. On the other hand, I mean, isn't the whole thing, you know, the demons and stuff, so, like, okay, why not? Plus, I mean, Soul Calibur 2 had Necrid, which is basically budget and Spawn. That's a little mean, but unsurprisingly, Necrid being a McFarlane design, Necrid looks a little bit like he comes out of Spawn. Because Todd McFarlane, regardless of how talented the dude is, he does have a style to him. I think Todd McFarlane did at least one Disturbed album cover, and it looks the part. It's like, ah, yes, that looks like something that Todd McFarlane made. They all do, but that's a whole other thing. Yeah, that is true. Heihachi just fights with his bare hands. Yeah, that's right. Mr. Takeuchi from Type Moon has a style. A style that we call cut and paste. Fucking rude, isn't it? Anyway, joking aside, now I'm trying to remember, were there guest characters at all in Soul Calibur 3? Because I know Soul Calibur 4, which I believe I have a copy of Soul Calibur 4 for the PS3. Because there was a point where I was like, hey, you know what, I may as well pick up all of these. Had guest characters from the Star Wars series, which is way out there in terms of, like... That's the point when you know that the creators are just like, hey, we make this much money, we're gonna strut it. Is when Soul Calibur has people from Star Wars. That does not fit at all. Excuse me. Soul Calibur 3 didn't have guest characters? The main thing that I remember about Soul Calibur 3 is Zasalamel and Olkadan. So, you know, that says a lot, is that I remember the guy who's basically just a guest fighter of the Oh Really Owl. Soul Calibur 5 had Ezio Auditore as a guest character, if I recall correctly, which is actually a super good fit. I mean, people say things about the Assassin's Creed series and Ubisoft in general, and I admit that I would probably only play most Assassin's Creed games under fairly sizable duress or massive sub-drives. But... Oh, we got squished. But Ezio Auditore in Soul Calibur is pretty inspired, all considered. Oh, wow. Okay. Good job, Mario. Now I have no idea where the last red coin is. It had a generic character called... Oh, right. In the Chronicles of the Sword mode or whatever it was called. That, like, kind of weird side story that... was weird. Oh, there's the last coin. Arthur, yeah. Yeah, there were a couple of characters from that mode that gave you, like, special versions of the generic of the Creative Fighter weapons that had no stats whatsoever. They were just the basic stats. And then I think there was at least one or two that had some unique weapons to them, but I don't remember for sure. It's been a while. Back to reality a little bit here. Yeah, as I mentioned, Soul Calibur had Ezio as a guest character. Soul Calibur 6, I know, had 2B as one guest character because we sort of reached a point where, and I mean, I love Nier Automata, but also the 2B saturation was a little bit comical. It's like, wow, you guys have only just now heard of what a butt is. Amazing. 2B had appeal other than having a nice ass, but also, let's be honest, a lot of people didn't talk about that too much. Or, you know, a lot of people did, obviously, but there were a lot of people who were just like, oh, hey, look at the robot chick's ass, and yeah, it's... Hi, Fire Drake. You know the right time to come in, Chief. Did Soul Calibur 6 have other guest characters besides 2B? Yes, good old Gutsman's ass emote. Classic. So this area, I could swear that this is where you had to triangle jump to get up, but I guess a wall kick is probably a better way. You don't know? Okay, well, that's alright. I have Soul Calibur 6, but I don't have the DLC because I am very cheap. Soul Calibur Legends had Lloyd Irving. I did not remember that. I didn't remember Soul Calibur Legends was a thing at all. But Soul Calibur Legends, I'm trying to place that now, because on the other hand, I'm like, Dampierre. I remember Dampierre, and I'm trying to remember if he was a dude in Soul Calibur 5. I think Dampierre was in Soul Calibur 5. I have a strong affection for joke characters in a lot of things, so I kind of remember he's very memorable to me. And yeah. Shame that the game's not good, but oh well. Yeah, so I haven't played any of the Soul Calibur games in a good long while. Was in the PSP port of 4. Broken Destiny. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and like he had a move where he pretended to have a serious injury and sucker punched people, among a couple of others. He was interesting, that's for sure. Okay, so getting to this star is a huge pain in the ass because you can see that area is very slippery, and that's why I was trying to crawl over it. Voldo is really great. I'm a pretty big Voldo fan. I mean, I don't know how to play him worth a damn, but like Voldo is definitely one of the more complicated characters. I think a lot of people will be like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. Meanwhile, I'll just sit there like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna keep switching between all these stances. I remember, I've learned these moves. And we're going to pretend that coheres because it keeps you on your toes. Fuck. Yeah, long jumping onto that is not quite doing the thing for me. I am probably going to pause and turn up the brightness on my TV in a second here. It's true. It's true. Give me a moment here to do some stuff to this television. If you hear any explosions, don't worry, I'm fine. Alright, that should be a lot better, hopefully. Just watching a Michael Bay movie in the background, it's normal. Fair enough, fair enough. Michael Bay. He had movies with a lot of explosions. probably still does, because I assume he still has a career. Oh, that's the wrong room. Alright, everything is looking much brighter now. I should actually be able to see things in this level. So basically, the main reason why I wanted to do that is just to look for a nice, safe omelet onto this part of the roof, which doesn't really do quite what I want to here, because, yeah. We still drop, and so we drop our crawl. Others want to make them aliens. Oh boy. Well, at least he's got a handle on that part of the franchise, so... You know, points there. I'm no great fan of Michael Bay, but... You know. He's gonna get at least those parts correctly. Having a moment of realization here, I think Michael Bay started out directing music videos, actually. Including, very likely, a couple for some bands that I really liked. Like back in the 80s? A dungeon crawler, yes, quite literally. Well, we did manage to get through there at least, though. Alright, so this last star... I am now trying to pin down how exactly to get to it, because... I don't remember. Eye to eye in the secret room. Well, for a start, it's up in the attic. And I believe we have to go through the poster of the Big Boo in order to find the giant eyeball, the overgrown Mr. Eye. Oh, you have to get the Vanish Cap and get to the top area with. Oh, that does suck. That's make me race for this one. Come on. And we've seen before that I don't exactly have the greatest wall kick timing. Yeah, this may take a couple of attempts. That's not how you do it. Alright, let's go back and grab another Vanish Cap, I guess. The other thing is that the walk to the secret poster is not exactly short. We're basically gonna have to do this right the first time. Fuck. Okay, we might have enough time to do it now. That was close. Alright. Come on. Turn to look at me. Yeah, shoot your eye gunk at me, I guess. If you want to. That worked out okay, but that is kind of irritating. We are done with Big Boo's haunt, which means it's time to go to the basement, where every level is terrible. Okay, not quite every level, but they do basically all have some kind of flaw except for Lethal Lava Land, which is a pretty good level, actually. And a large part of that is just things being very terribly scattered. Take any level here over the Pachinko level in Sunshine. Oh, boy. Super Mario Sunshine has some pretty nasty bonus levels. And that also immediately made me think of the Physics Casino. So, here's the deal. We're doing 100 coins now. We're doing this before anything else. And the reason for that is that there is no good star to go for 100 coins on in this level. Everything in Hazy Maze Cave is very spread out. You're not going to be like, hey, here's a nice workspace for me to gather a large part of coins. You're basically going to do the world tour no matter when you try to get this. Hey, get out of here. Sunshine might be a game I play on stream at some point. I don't know yet. Crap. Oh, geez. Those are some big throwbacks to the late 90s. I was not super into wrestling, and admittedly, I still had a hard time getting the motivation together to go looking into a lot of that stuff, but definitely mentioning WCW, NWO, that's a big. ECW was another wrestling promotion that I remember at the time. That was ECW, I think, was where you had a lot more of the hardcore type of stuff, right? Where you had I think New Jack was an ECW guy. A couple of others. Hey, you can tell that I'm butting up a little bit against my knowledge of it, but I am not 100% blinded to that particular subject, so I probably sound even more awkward than I would if I had absolutely no knowledge whatsoever of wrestling. As is not often the case when it comes to me talking. I already flounder a little bit in the moment, and yet here we are. I seem to remember a good number of them, probably all of them. In fact, I would assume all of them once you hit that point. Had the ability for you to create characters, which that alone is a very big draw. Excuse me. That Mr. I in the corner, I have not the foggiest idea how you're supposed to get that. So that's 5 coins that technically exist in the level, but which the game is just kind of taunting you with. However, the one in the middle of this room, I believe that's pretty reasonably obtainable. They're very weird in terms of their placement, because they certainly don't have the attack range to... Well, maybe they have the attack range to shoot their marbles at you, but they don't have the sight range, despite being literally giant eyeballs. The same moveset. Well, I mean, at the very least, they do have some, they'll have some differences between them in terms of design, Dr. Mario is wearing a cape. Coat cape, but, fuck. There's a better way to get up to that pole, isn't there? I mean, we can take the long route. They have different finishing moves. Fair enough, that'll work. That works. Right, now let's try to do the quick long jump. Oh. thing shook under me. I think it's going to be going the long route for us in order to get the other 4 red coins. I don't even want to get the Mr. Eye in the middle of the room now. That's been a bit too messy of a proposition so far. There's enough room to sneak past here, right? Well, you see, what I was trying to do earlier was I was trying to take the short route and do a quick long jump over to the pole. Because it's very near where you start. But a big part of it is that once I got there, the platform bonked on the side, and because it was jostling, I couldn't keep my footing in order to do a long jump. So instead we have to go the route over to the pole that we drop off of to enter the room in order to come over here to where the elevator sequence starts. And we get on the chain elevator. At least I think the idea is visually supposed to be this thing is, you know, drawn on a chain. It's like a roller coaster. The most underwhelming roller coaster in the history of the roller coaster, but a roller coaster nonetheless. A roller coaster of love. Say what? Say what in this case, because how could you possibly love this, right? I don't think this level is anybody's favorite. Maybe it is. I enjoy the visuals of it. It's not a place I'd want to come on vacation, that's for sure. I want the rest of those coins from that flying sniffet. Apparently they actually are sniffets. And these are supposed to actually be Monty Moles. Can you get more than one live from these? I don't think so. But that was fun. That's something I learned about only a couple of years ago. And so I was eager to show it off. Okay, so the Sniffets only dropped 2 coins. I thought they dropped 3. Because most things in this game do. We didn't quite get all of those, I don't think, but we got a decent chunk of coins. There should still be 26 left in the level. Oh, the swoopers are worth coins. All right. Come here. How does this work? Alright, the monkey bar. Come on! Hold and jump and hold the A button. You can hang some up. Okay. Alright. Oh boy. Fuck! No! Damn it! We got too close to the edge. That, by the way, does not control nicely. You feel like you're not going straight. You feel like you're driving while drunk. I assume that's what that feels like. I don't drink. I also don't drive. Well, we do get at least one thing out of this, and that is another try at the blue coins. And another free one-up from the Monty Moles in the maze. Did I die? Yes, I edged a little too close on the monkey bars to the edge, and I just dropped off. The monkey bars do not control well. If you missed that part of proceedings, which is quite possible. Ow! I want your lunch money, Snippet. There we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That one up, yeah. Not worth coins, but still, I'll take that free life. Oh, that's a sound effect that I very rarely hear. That plink, plink, plink from the bullets going off of Mario. That's pretty great. I like that. Yes, we like that. Oh, did one of the swoopers clip into oblivion? I think it's back. You get hurt by the swoopers, by the way. They're 2D objects, but they hurt you like they're 3D objects, I guess. Very rude of them. However, they only deal 1 slice of damage. I'm putting the damn metal cap back on for dealing with this. We are going to get as many coins as we possibly can to avoid dealing with our old friend. That Monty Mole does not give you an extra life, I don't think. Anyway, we don't want to deal with the monkey bars, is what I was trying to say. I don't know where that other swooper went, though. Hit the switch, Mario, come on. Alright, so that way goes in the direction of the monkey bars. This is where we backflip to get to the normal exit of the maze, right? Because I remember the area with the nasty stuff coming down from above. Alright, so there's our fire chomps. Ivan, nice. Alright, so that's just a star. That doesn't get us out of the maze. Which is where I want to go, because I don't want to leave the level with 76 coins right now, because I'm trying to farm the coin star. we are running fairly low on energy here. This isn't where we just came from, is it? I believe what I'm looking for has double doors. I'd also like to not die of poison here would be great too. Fortunately, you can tell it's been a while since I've been through here. And is this it? Just go this way? Yeah, okay, so whatever the double doors thing I was thinking of, I'm clearly full of crap. So now we can start doing this, which is a free 16 coins, which will put us up to 92. Which is a number that we can fairly easily get the rest of that before we go visit Dory. We're gonna chance it with this dude. Hey. Get back on the... God damn it, Mario, you... Oh, boy. Never mind, we're not gonna do that. Because apparently... somebody just really doesn't want to let me on that pillar. And I think it's the killer eyeball thing. I could be wrong about that. Okay, that was weird. I hope you all saw that, because that was really weird. I just slipped underneath that crate. I have no idea how I did that. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That was weird. I'm gonna be thinking about that for a minute or two. Yep. Got some more of this. That's right, it's elevator time. So I think once I grab these red coins, I'm going to take another shot at trying to get the blue coin in the middle of the room. Are we... Oh, did you decide to leave? Oh. It was another free coin if I'd gotten it. That said, that would be a pretty big if at this point. Because if we get those 5 coins, then I know for sure that we can get enough coins going back to Dory, because they will be completely free on the area by the Watch for Rolling Rock Star. Alright, you. I guess it is doable to round these corners. It's just not exactly super nice. Great answer. There we go. Alright, so now we gotta get back to where we want to be. And I suppose, honestly, if it's that easy, I could probably just... Yeah, so we take the elevator. That's right, I remember this now. Okay, I thought for some reason that there was one of the psychedelic spider dudes there. But I am incorrect about that. I guess I should just go back and get the red coin star real quick, because that's a very irritating thing to pick up. It's a whole lot of, that's for sure. Perfectly fine. I think that a little more background writing would be good for the game. Oh, dang it. Well, going back is a bit of a pain. So, there you go. Alright, I'll be right back. Goron. May as well have been. That said, why do I have these headphones on? The sound's coming out of my television. The boulder textures in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask have always seemed very strange, because they just always look very cobbled together from smaller rocks. More than anything. Oh, that needs a long jump. If only I wasn't being silly. Mamma mia. Let's go. Actually, I should probably do the emergency exit one now, because that one's really irritating. Swimming beasts in the cavern is easy. What am I thinking? I'm gonna do the hard shit first. That's why I did the 100 coin star first. I should have gone back and gotten amazing emergency exit. Captain and its mother brain is a biology teacher. Nice. I approve of this. Anyway, no, I didn't just come here to demolish more Monty moles. I swear. Let's get a hat refill. Well, that's certainly a storyline. Love that sound. Blue coins. We're using that to guide me a little bit here to the correct door. Because I believe this one is Amazing Emergency Eggs. Shao Kahn on the school board. This sounds like my memories of school a little bit. Either way, whichever one it is, this is the one where we have this going for us. And this is what killed us the first time we were trying to get 100 coins. Because I went for these coins like some kind of a fool. At the very least, I didn't do the stupid thing of trying to get them last. Which, if you do that, the star spawns above the grate and you are screwed. Yeah, and you make wide turns on this. Not great. It's more tension than There we go. Amazing emergency exit. So, yeah, we're gonna get 100 coins. Swimming Beast in the Cavern can wait till the end, basically. Because now that I'm thinking about it, let's do this stuff that's really irritating first. This level is a pain in the butt. And as I believe I said before, I'm pretty sure this is nobody's favorite. I like it. Goro in general is pretty great. Goro, of course, being the only character in the original Mortal Kombat who was not played by an actual actor. That was a clay thing that they put together, and I can imagine that was that involved quite a lot of work, and posing that around and everything. Although, of course, this was back in the early 90s, so anything like that is going to be work. Keep going. Oh, I hear you down there, spider. Making the Goomba jump noises. Oh, it's just following me, isn't it? Just like, oh hey, I'm gonna keep walking under your platform and remind you. Ah, right. Gotcha. Drama teacher for Nightmare. There's a little bit of that. Mostly because I'm thinking Nightmare is a huge ham, so he'd be good for teaching people how to do that. Right? And now here's how you choose scenery. Oh, come on. I rounded that corner too fast, I guess. That's quite a list. Well, internet roleplay, it's, but it's definitely not anywhere near as weird as people say it is, honestly. I mean, anything on tabletop gets unusual, too, right? I haven't thought about that kind of stuff in a while. Oh, so I'm just stranded here now? Yeah, I guess I am. Well, I suppose that's what I get for having the camera in front of me. And the bats aren't that bad, although, I mean, getting hit by them, I feel like a fool, but... That was down to... I didn't feel like I had a good camera angle, and I just kept turning it until it ended up in front of me, and then it really wasn't gonna go anywhere. Camera angles in early 3D games are always entertaining, shall we say. Here again? That could have been disastrous if we slid harder. Because if it was any worse, it would have gone rocketing. No hands. Ooh. That's okay, he's a snake, so. He can bend enough to see where he's doing anything. Although if I think about a snake artist of any kind, I'll just think of the that one picture that the artist Iguanamouth drew many, many years ago with the snake playing the saxophone. That's always a... Ah, fuck. Uh-oh. I didn't get back attacked by the bat. I screwed this star up so badly so many times. Just in this run. Oh, what a mess that was, but we can go and get it now. It's a good thing that fall damage doesn't hit more than 4 slices. So now we have one last star to grab in the maze. And then we can finally move on to the underwater portion of the level where we got the metal cap. That's not the way out that we're looking for. I mean, it's an easy exit, but it's not the one we want here. Oop. Swoopers. So I recall from last time that this will be it, yeah. Because again, remember, this is the place where you got the weird stuff dripping off the edge. we blew up one of them with our face. That's amazing. This, and let's get out of here.
Here we go!
Alright, so yeah, we're gonna go do, I think we're gonna do Metalhead Mario Can Move first, because that one is actually kind of annoying. But whoa! Look out! Ah! I'm gonna get clobbered by a rock. Oh no, we dodged the rocks amazingly. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Don't get knocked under this elevator. There is an elevator that if you get crushed by it, it will clip you into the ground and drop you somewhere pretty useful, but I don't remember where it is. So that part's easy. This part I remember being kind of a pain, because oh, Jesus. You really want to do a quick long jump for the second one, but I'm very bad at doing the quick long jump, apparently. Yeah, there we go. The caps are, Alright, so I'm gonna go and try getting clipped by the other elevator. And we're gonna see what that does for us. If nothing else, it'll be fun to see. And we activate this. Get under it. I said get under it. I didn't get under it enough. I see the rock's having a time, huh? Not a fan of this game, is he? Oh, damn it. Perspective! Fine, I guess I'll walk off of it. Oh, that didn't work. Am I crazy then? Maybe it has to be like a fairly specific part of the elevator for you to get clipped. Because I could swear that was a thing in this level. That if you get squished by the elevator, you'll clip into the floor and you'll basically drop on top of the star that we're after. Or maybe you'll drop somewhere else. Either way. We're just gonna do this the regular way, because it's not a hard star anyway. It's really just get up on the plesiosaur's back. pretty much what we did in order to get to the metal cap room in the first place. Oh, that counts, does it? Okay.
Here we go!
Well, we're gonna skip Lethal Lava Land for a second. Up to this point, I've been doing the levels, at least starting them in order. This time, we're gonna start level 8 instead of level 7, because Shifting Sandland is basically Hazy Maze Cave, but worse. In a lot of ways.
Let's go!
In the talons of the big bird. We're gonna wait a minute or so to do 100 coins. Because, yeah, it's gonna take us a bit to get into a place where we can do such a thing, because this area has a sub-level. Isn't that wonderful? Ah, shit, I don't want to be here. It's a quicksand vortex, it'll kill ya. Mario, do you want to get up there? Apparently not. Alright, so let's turn around. We're trying to get up here. Because it's how we get to the wing cap. Triangle jump? Yeah, that's a good point. I just find triple jump easier to do. Perhaps understandably. Alright, so to deal with this, we just die, apparently. Awesome. That was really unnecessary, game. So just like Cool Cool Mountain, we can get stuck in the sand sometimes if we fall from a great height, which will prevent us from taking fall damage. But also, it kills us. Or, well, at least in that case it does, because you sink in the sand, you die. There are varying levels of quicksand in this level, like that vortex will slowly suck you in until you die. So I really want to be closer to that if I want to triangle jump it, so... Oh, the game was rubbing it in there, which is actually kind of fun, because... Oh, nice bonk, Mario. Alright, so... To do this... I'm trying to... This is like the eel death. Eel death, yeah, sure. That's about how I feel about the eel. This is like the eel star, I believe, in that you have to knock the star out of the bird's talons, I think. And then it will move to a place and... Yeah, so doing this might take us some tries, basically. And... We'll slide to a stop here. We got the fire-breathing Shy Guys in this level, too. Or Fly Guys, I think is technically their name, because of their propeller heads. This has coins in it, right? No, it has. Alright. Reset this. Alright, come on. Come on, Klepto. The vulture's name's Klepto, by the way. Oh! Fuck! Oh! Oh boy. And yeah, you have a lot of instant death in this level, in addition to the slow death sand, and the fact that it's very hard to tell often the difference in terms of the textures. And this level is going to be a struggle. This is definitely one of the hardest in the game, in my opinion. Alright, so we're gonna let the Tox Box come back. Yikes! We're playing it as safely as possible here. We're gonna go to the pyramid, which, ironically, that's where we're going for the much less safe wing cap in order to try and get a Klepto and get the star. Or maybe if we just hang out by the pillar long enough, it'll work out. We may not even need the wing cap. Because, yes, you can run up the side of these for some reason. I mean, sure, Mario can't fucking crawl up that one slope in Whomp's Fortress even with the increased grip from crawling, and yet here he is just running up a damn wall, basically. Gotcha. Ah, he fell. That's great.
Here we go!
Shining atop the pyramid. This... Okay, so this is just get to the pyramid and climb up it, right? So, even though we could probably get a bit of a shortcut if we took the wing cap, this one I will instead show off the method that does not use the wing cap. Wow, I didn't think it was going to come all the way over here. That's a pretty silly game. Buck! That's my fault. That's my fault, but also this level sucks. That was real stupid of me, but I got away with it. Alright, so from here on out, the bird becomes an obstacle, because they call him Klepto for a reason. That vulture will try to steal your hat. And if you get your hat stolen, you take more damage. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. Yikes! Oh, I don't need this shit in my life right now. Oh, don't. Oh, we fell in. Can we leave? No, we can't leave the pyramid now that we're in here. Well, here it is. This is the other half of the level. This is the pyramid. This is actually where I think the majority of the coins are in this level. So we're going to exit course. And yeah, when we do go for 100 coins, which I don't know when to do that, we're going to be we're going to be getting most of those coins inside the pyramid. Oh. This chode is back. It's everybody's favorite star. The thing that looks like it should be Metal Gear, but isn't. TikTok Clock is a hard one, but Shifting Sandland is honestly... Well, a big problem is that Shifting Sandland is just, like, one of the worst worlds in the game. In general. It's hard, and it's not as hard as some worlds, it's just not fun instead. I'd rather do this. Alright, ignore me, buddy. Mario, where did your running start go? I should have wound back more, I guess. Cool, I got launched in Shifting Sandland because I failed to grab the rabbit. Well, we're gonna deal with the rabbit later. This time we're just gonna use the wing cap in order to skip most of the sequence of getting this star. I suppose I could use the shell, too. I mean, I've shown off that the shell exists, and that's about it. I literally got one from a Koopa and just disabled it immediately in Bob-omb Battlefield. And I pointed out that there was one in Jolly Roger Bay, and I never used it. And that's how you get that star. You just go as slowly as possible with the wing cap. Gotcha. Could we drop the rabbit in midair is my question. Well, first we don't. No. I was gonna say, can we just, like, drop the rabbit into a torch? It might make me feel better. Well, back to this place. Inside the ancient pyramid. If I recall correctly, this is the one that wants you to get to the top of the inside of the pyramid. Alright, come on, I need the coins from the Crazy Crate. I'll take a couple of them anyway. 3 is at least a start. Time to deal with everything else here. Oh god, yeah, so this... Oh, this is a horrendous optical illusion. Because there is just not a good camera angle to get you a nice look at the incline, and it's slippery. So, one wrong move and you're dead. And, like, they can't have not known that. That has to have been done on purpose. which kind of makes me hate whoever did it for, you know, just to get that out there. That is just demonic. I think we finally understand what the concept of Nintendo Heart is about. And it's not just because, oh hey, game design in the 80s was, you know, the descendant of coin guzzlers. There we go. To help deal with our friend Pokey, we have to behead the Pokey, basically. Yep. That's true. Yikes. Not much else to it, just blue. Yep. So yeah, right now I am trying to hash out what I can do in terms of getting 100 coins, of course, because shining atop the pyramid means that we're going into the pyramid and we're doing the whole pyramid quest, so we may as well try to get it, because that's where a large amount of the coins in the level are. That's pretty odd. I probably didn't pay a ton of attention to that when I was playing last, but yeah, it is certainly a thing. Hold the button down. Yeah, true, and not a lot of people are likely to do that very often, so you know, they'll do it once or twice. I feel like that's something that people just, you know, it falls off after a while, like, oh, I can just drop rocks on them. Damn it. I wanted that one up. Oh well. We're gonna zoom the camera out. Slow, leisurely stroll out of there. Go around the edge. Damn it! Need you actually do that, Sand Swirl? Because that thing was fucking miles from me. That thing was fucking miles per hour. Wait. Ah, go away, bird. I don't want any. Level. Please. Yeah, see, look, Klepto stole our hat. I don't even care. We'll get it later. Or I'll forget, I guess. And of course, now that Klepto has stolen your hat, he's back to doing the same pattern that he does with the star. Oh my god, this thing just magnets onto your butt. Well, I mean, maybe Blue Man makes sense because of being blue, but The ogres, I don't remember what 100% what they looked like. Although, yeah, the blue men shot a blast of fireballs at you. I think they used the level 3 fireball spell. Because you got hit with a pretty chunky shotgun blast from those. Oh, the ogre is blue colored too? Ah, okay. Gotcha. Although, I mean, the way all these revelations are going, next thing you're going to tell me is that the sunfish is like, I don't know, wind or something. Where's my blue coins at? There they are. They land right on that tile. Oh god, we have to be careful about this place because I don't know what is and is not instant death, and the textures are even less well defined. I think the deep pits are instant death, but don't quote me on that. Oh, okay, that's my bad. I'm thinking of something else that just absolutely ruins you with level 3 fireball. Well, ogre clearly has that, but something else that has that. I know that the pinheads in Mammon's World have them, and they absolutely tear you in half. All right, what do you got? Sign. 4 towers. Eggshell shot. Yeah, you're telling me about standing all the 4 pillars. Yeah, those things will absolutely obliterate you if you let them. Like, I think it is reasonably feasible to get killed by them in 2 shotgun blasts, even at that point in the game, just because they hurt so hard if they're up close. That Goomba bounced all the way up to the next floor, and I'm being denied the coin. Well, okay. Okay, game. I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. Get out of the... Fuck. I'm gonna have to go find a... I'm gonna have to go find a low tile, which means I gotta... Okay, there we go. Easy, Oh, they can physical attack you? I forgot about that, if that was a thing that I've seen that much. But yeah, I distinctly remember them hitting real hard with the fireballs. Thank you. Thank you very much, game. At least there's that small mercy. I didn't have to go running for that. Alright, so this is going to tell me about, yeah, how to grab overhangs. We're in such a position where I am going to try to get these coins. Turn. Oh, that was stupid, but we're safe. Yeah, the Death Hugger is pretty fantastic. Goomba. We're not losing your coin. Not like the other one. Here's a use of a thwomp as like an actual bridge. I like that as a little bit of level design. See, even in levels that I absolutely fucking hate in this game, there's still some good bits here. Come on! Just run towards me. There we go. Please don't. I'm making a lot of weird noises, I know, but... Like, this place is just, it's giving me a feeling that I don't like. No, I don't think he did. Also, we've got rolling mummy thwomps in here. We got oil drums, basically. Can you, Lakitu, have you ever heard of a fucking camera angle? You ever heard of the rule of thirds? In this case, it means I'm cutting your pay to a third for that bullshit. Jesus. Meanwhile, Lakitu's like, Mario, you don't pay me at all! And I'm like, yeah, you got a point. Ah, okay. Gotcha. But yeah, the naming makes sense because, well... That's their main thing they do. Amp fading in. You can kind of see at that size that it's got like a bit of a chomp face tattooed on it. Like normally you can see the face anyway, but it usually just looks very red. Ah, dang it, dang it, dang it. Please stop that, dude. Ah. Fuck. I don't remember those things doing 2 ticks of damage, by the way. I thought it was 1. So that just makes things even worse. And we're at 88 points. We're in decent shape, really, to get the coin star. I don't remember how many coins there are on the way to this thing, or if we have to go back. Okay, there's 2 here, so... Oh, right, it's because I don't have a hat on. I've already forgotten that that's an issue. I don't know where this drop goes. Well, there's that thing. So, if this dude wants to turn around and give me some breathing space, so I don't have to think about getting thwomped. I don't want to think about getting whomped by the thwomp. Fuck! Oh boy, that's a lot of damage. We can't get hit at all, basically, or our star is lost. Yeah, I remember name dropping those as amps earlier in the during last stream. And yeah, I seem to remember that they were chomp related, but now that I got a better look at the face and like the fact that they've got some sort of like white teeth bit to the face texture, definitely does just kind of look like a little bit of a chomp face that's drawn on as a texture. We just gotten one more coin. One more red coin before we came in here. We'd be done with this. Unfortunately, we didn't plan ahead like that. That said, I know there's some more... Alright, let's first person it, and we're going to just drop into this, and we're going to mash the A button as we go forward. Please let that be in a place where I can grab it from here. No, especially because I can't backflip. Alright, so... we're going to have to try and drop on that from above, I think. And that's going to be real fun if that's something, a position that we can get hurt in. Here comes the old oil drum. Goes in. Oh, does this thing just go back and forth? I thought they dropped for some reason. I'm confused. Sneaking into the side area here. Unfortunately, turning around is going to be a little hard. Don't hit me. Got it!
Here we go!
Alright, now let's just get the star and get out of here. That's enough fucking around for, at least for this star. You know, surely once we get to the next star, there's going to be more fucking around, but for different reasons. Alright, sneak in the hole. Ooh, that pattern is, yeah, I mean, plus that's the other thing, right? Like, 90% of this stream is fucking around. I don't know what I'm talking about, that being enough fucking around. That's... let's not kid ourselves. That's my entire thing I do. Not speedrun or anything, so... damn. Oh, nice forward momentum, no forward momentum. Got it.
Here we go!
And yes, by the way, you can definitely do stand tall on the 4 pillars. I like Mario's looking for the shrug at the end. That's nice. You own every game in the series now. Nice. Yeah, were there not a couple of different European versions of differing languages? Or am I imagining things? Because, of course, it was definitely standard for, you know, mainland EU at the time to be... like, you get the game and it would have English, French, German, Italian localizations within. We can get the wing cap, by the way, but I want to... no, I don't want to bother with the shell. Yeah. Alright, so I don't know the last two offhand very well, in this case. Fuck! Dang it. Vulture, I'm gonna need you on the other half of the stage, please. Where I don't have to wing cap for... get my hat back. Quest RPG is the Game Boy remake. Alright. I just forgot what the names were under. For some reason, I thought they were under a name like Brian's Quest or something. Well, Maybe it's the subtitle that mentions Brian. I do not necessarily remember then. The Quest Fantasy Challenge is the puzzle game, is it not? Oh, this Sand Swirl. Again, just a homing thing. Yeah. Mr. Doe redone. Okay. Gotcha. So I guess my memory was like halfway there. Anyway, Shell. We don't care about the instant death floors. Until that happens. So I guess we do care about the instant death floors. Anyway. I want my hat back. Unfortunately, this vulture is a jerk. Actually, I'm kind of curious about something, because I think in the very few courses where you can lose your hat, which it's only 3 if I recall correctly, it always respawns at a specific place. In Shifting Sandland, it respawns, of course, in the Talons of the Big Bird. Oh, wait, that's a reference. In Tall Tall Mountain, it respawns with the monkey who steals it. In Snowman's Land, it respawns just sort of out in the open, I think. Don't suck me into the killing sand. Come on. That's just rude. And now this shit's trying to suck me in. Damn it, this area is terrible. Oh, in Snowman's Land, it's on a snowman. Okay, pardon me. So, to finish off my statement, yeah, it's only a few courses where you can lose your hat. But it's like fixed locations, basically, that it knows to spawn it in. I wonder if those exist for every single level in the game. Damn it, I was hoping to use that Shy Guy in order to get some airtime in order to get onto here to get the thing. Right, because otherwise it will go back where you left it. Where it got blown off to. If you don't leave the course, it will wait for you to try and pick it up. Meanwhile, in Tall Tall, a monkey can steal it, if I recall correctly. So yeah, I'm curious if, like, there's points in other maps for you to go back to getting your hat if it dropped in one of those locations. If it, you know, was for some reason, you know, either because of... Fuck you, buddy. We're dead, but we got our hat back. I don't care. You know, if you were playing a randomizer, or you were goofing off with Game Shark codes, or you used that Chaos Edition thing, which... So, yeah, I'm curious about that. I bet that information is out there somewhere. Sure it is. I just have to actually remember to go look for it. Ah! There we go. Yeah, I could probably just actually triangle jump it by this point, but on the other hand, well... So this star, by the way, I don't know if it's actually required to have the wing cap. It just helps getting to certain pillars. Like this one. However, I think you can just shell shred up here. if you remember to grab the shell. So we're just gonna hoof it over here. And you can tell we butt stomped a couple of those pillars, but that was for precision landing. You don't actually have to do that in order to make the top of the pyramid explode. Fuck you! I do not need that shit in my life. Ah. Alright, Lakitu. Could you please? These are actually like easy single jumps. I thought they were gonna be a lot harder. This one, however, this actually has me doing a concern because of that. And yeah, all the quicksand around the pyramid is instant death. Toad can recover my hat? Really? I did not know that. Alright, so here we are. We're inside of an elevator in the pyramid, and it leads over here. Down we go. Lakitu, thank you. Try to jump on the hands, and it's time for another mini-boss. And 2. And! Yeah, I mean, they can't not have that joke, right? Because you gotta punch the hands in their eyes. The timing can be a little bit rough. This might be a bit of a not super good run. Because I don't get into this fight very often, so I mean, I remember the strategy, obviously. I just am not super good at it. Anyway, this boss is called I-Rock, which is kind of funny in, like, its own way of being, like, multiple puns. Because on the one hand, oh yeah, I-Rock, it's rocks with eyes, but also, like, the country Iraq, because we're in a desert area. Except not quite, because I don't think Iraq has any pyramids in it. I'm pretty sure that's most, you know, not a strictly Egyptian thing, but it definitely is Egypt-styled. But anyway, yeah, Godan. I was going to mention something about the boss Godan from Wind Waker, and I only kind of remembered to at the very end there. You know what I will mention instead is that because of the way Mario's hands are air quotes textured and modeled, it kind of looks like he's doing the V sign that's rude in England, as opposed to like a victory sign where it would be, you know, palm out. The rude hand gesture is back of the hand, and that's what that looks like, not what it actually is. Free flying for 8 red coins. Yeah, that's what I want to hear about in this level, is fucking free flight. In this game. Yeah, sure, okay. The wing cap can kiss my... You know. Insert a body part that is reasonably the kind of thing you don't mention in mixed company here. Yeah, because I don't remember that being a thing anywhere else. There's other places with strong wind besides Snowman's Land, which is... strong wind is what knocks your hat off, for anyone in the audience who might be like, what? But in Tiny Huge Island, for example, there's strong wind near the Koopa the Quick race. Oh ye gods, the Koopa the Quick race. Oh ye gods, this... Okay, never mind, I like the wing cap now.
Mamma mia!
Do not do that with a shell.
Heggo!
It's not fun. That said, we are going to try and get what we can on the ground floor before we take to the air, because the wing cap still doesn't exactly control in the world's greatest way ever. So we're going to try and put that off for as long as possible. That was a very stupid thing I just did, but I got away with it. Is there a red coin over there? I feel like there is. I know there's one at the Oasis. And there's at least one more out in the sands in that... Well, that's not a good way to get there, that's for sure. I think we have to do a short long jump. Long jump in a short space, rather. Calling it the short long jump is not quite correct because it's still a long jump just in a short area. There's a custom-made Captain N Simon figure. That's pretty great. There's a lot of people out there who do some really, really great custom figure stuff. Alright, so... Oh, neat. Out of here. So, instead of doing what I said earlier, I think we're going to do a new strategy of pick up the wing cap right away. There we go. I actually triangle jumped it right this time. Yeah, because there's a red coin that's just sort of floating in the air. Around. I want to aim pretty much straight at it. Oh boy. Oh buddy. This is not doing good things to my stomach. Alright, so there's that. Unfortunately, the ass-face bird is here. And we got our hat stolen again while we were in the water. Great! I'm glad this is a level design feature. They just keep making everything about this worse. I'm sorry for ignoring chat, but this place sucks. Get out of here, motherfucker. There we go. Got our hat back. custom amiibo. I actually... Fuck. Oh boy, yeah, we're back. Oh god, here comes the fireball.
Speaking of fireball, I want a fucking drink right now.
Mamma mia!
Anyway, okay, give me a second here to catch up on this. Yeah, custom amiibo. I've seen a couple of custom amiibos before, and I always think that's really cool. There's a lot of people out there also who can do stuff with the base to, like, get them to read as certain figures. So I think it would actually be cool if they, you know, hook that up properly to, you know, read as something that fits with the character, because, you know, again, if you're looking at Captain N stuff, obviously that's not specifically represented in Smash Brothers with a spirit or anything, even though, I mean, that is a major cultural thing that Nintendo, you know, had their hand in at the time. At least up to some point, that it was licensed by them, I assume. You know, that video games were such a big deal culturally in the 80s that you had things like that. And I mean, sure, nobody was recording Pac-Man Fever about Castlevania, but it's still pretty big, right? Oh, I'm gonna be so glad when I'm done with this level. As it stands, I'm pretty glad there's only 2 more stars left to get anyway. I'm not surprised that you can find a lot of that stuff on Redbubble, by the way. There's all kind of stuff you can find on Redbubble. I enjoy going on that, even though I know that a lot of it is like, hey, here's unlicensed use of copyrighted content for the purposes of shirt making, and it's like, well, you know. Alright, so the bird, by the way, can't steal your hat while you're using the wing cap, I don't think. So it just felt good to block one of those. I remember the various cartoons of that era with Mega Man in them. Those were kind of fun. So I'm glad somebody, you know, did at least one of those. Ah! Set your life if we can. No, it goes at a slightly weird angle. Make grabbing it as irritating as possible. Don't dip, damn you! Oh, fuck. Getting these red coins is really hard. Which, I'm sure that I've made that quite clear by this point, but on the other hand, I really want to say it because, like, I'm sure that it's getting really difficult to listen to me just breaking down and not being fun anymore, because I do at least try to maintain some level of entertainment as I stream. I may not always be super good at it, but I try, damn it. And I realize that I'm probably, you know, really not doing that very well right now, but I need to make it clear that this is horrible. Somebody dressed Isabelle up in Doom armor. Nice. I like it. Alright, Bird, I want none of your bullshit right now. Go away. It's stealing my hat from me while I'm fucking underwater. I want the person who designed this, I want their head, very specifically. Just that one person. Anyone else in this dev team, probably fine. But that dude, just... Oh, boy. Fucking, I don't know where the last red coin is either. Oh, God. Where? Oh, it's all the way over there. Cool. Okay, at least the star is in a super easy to get at place. Don't skid into the pyramid. Oh god, we almost butt stomped straight into a fireball. Get out of my airspace. Oh cool, we opened that star again. For what very, very little that's worth, oh ye gods, get to solid ground in a hurry. Or we can just get right on top of the structure. Finally! Oh my god. Jesus. I hate it. I hate it so much. Alright, so one last star and we're finally done with this garbage level. And we are going to take the safe way once again to the pyramid. Don't care. Move! Go the other way, come on. Okay, now I do care. Never mind, apparently I really should have just waited because I got to this thing at the first part of its trajectory. And I was like, hey, I'll take the safe thing, and then no. I don't care, you feathery asshole. Alright. We're here. So now, Pyramid Puzzle. Probably the worst described star in the entire game, because calling this a puzzle is a bit of a stretch too. You've probably already seen at least a little bit of what we have to do with Pyramid Puzzle. And that is to go over to that track full of slow sand. Better set of puzzles in Zelda 1, fair enough. And this is basically tag the coins. That said, I don't think we can get to everything from this side. I think we have to actually go from above. Alright, so here comes the Spindle, right? This is what this thing's called. And so starts rolling the other way. Alright, we get into the hole in the wall. Do some squats. Use the heart because why not? It's there. Okay. Sure. Let me just pay my hit point tax. Surely there's a way to not get hit by those things. I just don't know what it is. So I think if we do this... Oh, fuck. Okay, so... Yeah, you can tell that I've not played this in a while because I grasped the concept, but the fine details have escaped me. That said, I do remember one thing, and that is that if you do it right, you can actually take the elevator from the very top of the pyramid, from Stand Tall on the Four Pillars, and you can use that to get in. Yeah, we had a very bad time of it with that red coin star. That was obnoxious. Again, it's why I'll be glad to be done with this level. Look at this. Fill up our health, I guess. Now, if you... Yeah, it's a high-risk strategy, but... jumping will help you get to those. I feel I need to have been more careful about collecting these coins that go up and down, because... yeah, we're gonna hurt ourselves quite a bit in this. Let's not face tank the barrel. Oh, there's a heart there. Okay, that makes things easier. I coulda just used the heart. This star is... well, it's worse than I remember, but it's not horrible. For me, the parts that are, like, kind of the worst about this are the fact that you've got these things that just sort of hit you if they feel like it. Yeah, see, I even stopped moving there, and it's just like, oh, by the way, I'm gonna boomerang right back and hit you anyway. What is that pattern? How are you supposed to... are you, like, just supposed to run across? But once you figure out what you're supposed to do here, It's not the worst thing in the world, at least in that regard. Okay, so, yeah, so it looks like they're... It looks like we cannot just, like, walk off of that platform and get to the other one very easily, so... Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Let's see, you're questionably teeth there. So... grab those. Drop. Drop. Turn. Lakitu, I need you to cooperate, Chief. Unfortunately, that's just not Lakitu's MO. But, we got there and... Okay, so I guess they do kind of, like, really want you to go backwards to pull this off. The worst robot master ever. There's someone worse than Top Man? I mean... People used to meme on Sheep Man, but Sheep Man was actually pretty cool. Game over, man. Oh, I get it. Alright, so... It's coming up near 10 o'clock. So we're going to do a little bit of Lethal Lava Land today, but we're not going to finish it, I don't think.
Let's go.
So as you can see, this level is not exactly easy on the eyes, and it's pretty scary. But... Ah! Get out of here. But there's a couple of stars here that are fairly easy. You'd be surprised how much this level is not threatening, despite the fact that there's lava everywhere that just absolutely eat you for lunch. Ow. Okay. Okay, that was just rude. This is a level where it's easy to take a lot of damage, but it is not the hardest thing in the world, we'll say that. They seem to have compensated by putting some stars in here that are pretty simple. For example, 8-coin puzzle with 15 pieces. That is probably the easiest red coin star in the entire game.
Let's go.
And they make you fight the big bully twice. Which, let's go find the big bully. Maybe going the wrong way here, but... the big bully is in one of the big platforms in the far right. Oh! Hey, you're a little sensitive, ain't you? I mean, I guess, sure, if you got within a few inches of lava, you probably would not be having such a good time because convection and all that, but... You know, look where we are. I don't think the laws of convection actually apply in this game. The bullies don't exactly always like to play nice hit detection-wise, by the way. So yeah. Another crazy crate here. In a position that's far more dangerous than the one that was in the back of Shifting Sandland, even. Because it's just... Oh, God. Alright, yeah, so this platform, this is the location of another star. And you're seeing, for sure here, a big thing that I'm bad at is just timing. Yeah, true. Not push me around you. Coin, please. Grab that. Because we may as well keep this very, keep our health as high as possible. Yeah, so often the best way to deal with the bullies is to butt stomp them. Don't try that in real life, though. Now, the big bully. You really don't want to dive at these dudes. You just want to do what I'm doing, is just run up to them and punch them. Unfortunately, it's sometimes easier said than done. But yeah, that's not the star that we were supposed to get, but it was a convenient location. We may as well pick that up, right? Bully the bullies. Well, I guess this game is teaching us that bullying works. Not sure that's the lesson you really want to impart to children, but hey. Let's go boil the big bully. Let me tell you, I knew some big bullies when I was a kid. And if I had convenient lava pits, I don't think I would have hesitated. Ah. Yeah, true, we did just kind of chuck Bowser into lava at least once. Is it just in Mario 1? I think it was just in Mario 1, actually, now I should mention it. Okay, so this sort of fenced platform, I think this can sink a little bit under Mario's girth, but I could be wrong about that. Alright, so... Hey! Dang it. Yeah, the bully fights are ones where momentum is a thing that can happen very easily. You just start taking hits, and you don't stop until you get knocked in. Same thing can happen to them, though, so at least there's that going for us. And there we go, boil the big bully. Let's do one last one to wrap things up, and it's not going to be 100 coin star, believe it or not. It's going to be red hot log rolling. Except I don't think we're going to even touch the log. So the wing cap controls are a pain in the ass, but sometimes they do provide you with a nice shortcut like this. Again, though, we're going to take it real slow. Okay, we might actually have to get on the log. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we just lost, like, all of our lift, so... It's time to have a log rolling contest. Oh, it's trying to tell me to log off, but I will not be dissuaded. Where's the star? There it is, okay. So we did a little bit of log rolling. However, it is possible if you're like actually good with the wing cap to skip out on the log rolling entirely. And that is going to do it for us for the evening of Mario 64. Unfortunately, a couple of those levels were absolute torture, so we didn't quite get to the same level of getting 35 stars as we did yesterday, but we got almost 30. That's pretty good.